Hello, hello, it's Mary Kravitz. Thanks so much for watching today. I am going to be talking about the awesomeness of referrals. Look at that, it's right there, right up there. Love that. The awesomeness of referrals and how to get more. So as you know, I've declared April Referrals Month, and it's because referrals for service-based businesses, it's often overlooked. It's often treated like it's this secondary thing, and it's actually a mind-blowingly effective way to grow your business if you can be strategic about it. So let's go through I have 3 things for you today. How to get more referrals. All right, let me scooch over so that there's enough room for all of us on this screen. Okay, so how to get more referrals. 3 tips. So number 1, stop treating it like a secondary strategy. Secondary strategies in your business. What does that mean? It means it falls to the bottom of the list. It means you do everything else beforehand. Let me give you a little insight into marketing. Marketing is, I usually think of it as like 2 buckets. One bucket is the visibility and credibility pieces, like doing lives like this, like having a good website, like having a blog or doing posts on social media. Those are all visibility types of marketing. And then over on the other side is the stuff that I love, which is the lead generation stuff. That is where you are actively getting out there, asking for a business, crossing paths with your ideal clients. And so referrals is often subsumed. It goes like lower on the list than posting on the internet. All of these visibility strategies, which are great. You want to be credible online. However, you also need to be doing those things that actually actively bring in leads. So referral generation is one of those lead generation strategies. It needs to stop being treated like a secondary fallback type of strategy. Move it up your list. And it's not something that just happens. And hey, Lynn, hi, thanks for tuning in. I just was thinking about you the other day. No lie. Okay, so let me get your second tip. That's number 1. There was number 2. There it is. Start taking action instead of waiting for things to happen. Okay, what do I mean by that? A lot of times people refer to referrals as word of mouth. And there's this feeling that like some words are being said somewhere into someone else's ears, out of someone else's mouth. Like this, you don't have any control over it. And what I'm here to tell you is that you can have a high degree of control as long as you start taking action. Action means nurturing a list of people who are willing to refer you, people who know, like, and trust you. These may be past clients. These may be referral partners, which are people who are have the same ideal client, but they offer a different service. Okay, so you start taking action. And with referral generation, that simply means a couple of things. One is knowing the right people to talk to, and then asking them for referrals. It's a contact sport here. You have to ask, take action, stop looking at it like it is a passive thing that happens to you. And by the way, a little like story behind this to like really back this up. I was in real estate a million years ago, and I was super green. I'd never ever done any kind of business before, and I was only taught referral generation, and I tripled a real estate business. And I was brand new to town, so I didn't know anybody in town, and I had to create all these relationships. But I was able to triple my business just doing referral generation. In all honesty, I didn't even know there were other kinds of marketing. I didn't know. I was that green of a new business owner. Right. And number 3 is keep taking action. What I hear a lot from people is, oh, well, you know, I have my network and I reached out to them and I told them to keep me in mind for referrals. Now what do I do? Well, the thing is, if you think about what has happened to you in the last month, it's like, who did you talk to a month ago? Do you even remember them? Did they ask you for anything? Were you supposed to get them? Just so much happens in the span of a week, much less a month. And so you need to keep taking action. One of the great things, and also at the beginning can be a bit frustrating things about referral generation, is that it is a compounding strategy. You might want to write that down because this is important. Compounding strategy, which means the more you are nurturing your list, the more you are taking action, the more consistent you are, the more you reach out, the more results you will get, the more consistent your results will get. Now, what's the problem? We feel like we're nagging, right? When you are asking people for referrals on a consistent basis, when you're continuing to take action, it can feel like nagging. And that is exactly the thing that popped up for me last year when I was considering ramping up my referrals again, because the pandemic hit and I kind of freaked out. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And it's like, okay, I need to get back on the stick with doing my referral generation strategy. And 3 objections immediately popped up for me. I was like, and Rajika says, I agree. I feel guilty when I reach out. Yeah. And for me, the things that popped up were, number 1, I feel awkward asking. It's just, number 2, it wasn't structured. So it's like, it wasn't on my schedule. And even if I put a block of time to do it, it would fall off because I didn't like it. Number 3, it felt like it was all about me. And all of those things really just made me cringe. So being that I don't sit around and just sit on that kind of stuff, I'm like, okay, how do we solve this problem? And so I developed a way to collaboratively create referrals. So it was no longer me just one-to-one asking. It was no longer like it was actually scheduled. And number 3, it was benefiting more than just myself. And that's what I'm teaching next week. Let me get I want to share the link with you. There we are. Next week, I am teaching my More Referrals, Less Hassle course. And it goes through the entire system. Oh, I got to move. So now I'm squared up to the frame again. Okay. It's hard. It's opposite to the way I can see in my house. Okay. Anyway, next week I'm doing the More Referrals, Less Hassle course, where we dive deep into how to set up your own collaborative, zero awkwardness, much more effective referral network. All that networking you do, you probably meet a bunch of great people and would like to have follow-on conversations, but it's like you can't schedule an hour coffee with every person every month. And I bet you'd want to connect some of those people too and be in the room when you do it. So anyway, this is what I have come up with. I've created this way. It's a very simple system to own your network, make referrals tremendously more effective, to be getting way more referrals and not feel awkward. So when I kicked this off last year and I decided to just try it out in my own business, I actually got more referrals in 8 weeks than I did all of the previous year. So 8 weeks in 2020 at the start of the pandemic too, mind you. This worked so well, it outpaced entire 2019. And a lot of people have gone through the course. They've applied it to their business. They're seeing wonderful results. So next week, you're not only going to hear from me, but you're also going to hear from people who have done it. They've got practical tips. You're going to get all the tech. Then we're going to next level it on the second day, where you're going to get automation. We have an automation expert. You're going to start getting some next level thinking, next level income and business development tips. We really want to take this from the referral generation, which is solid. It's smart. It's what you want a tactic I highly recommend you implement in your business, and then also be looking at that next level, because I always want to be stretching and challenging you. So you can register for the course at simplygetclients.com/more-referrals. It's on the screen right now. And Friday is the last day that you can also register a guest for free. So right now it's $97 and you can register a guest for free. And thanks, Rajika, for the shout out that you took the course. Yes. We've had such good feedback from it, and I really would just want to get it into everyone's hands. So I hope I will see you there next week. Sign up now. Don't wait till the very last minute. And I will be back tomorrow to talk a little bit more about the awkwardness of referrals and how to have less. So have a fabulous day.